Hey, buddies. This is for everyone, anyone, no one, whoever needs to hear this. This is a story time about a little bit of chaos. I'm kind of making light of it, but it's actually a pretty big chaotic moment. But I had posted a short not so long ago, I think about a week ago, wanting to talk about chaos theory and my ideologies on it. And so this is going to be maybe like a few videos, but I do want to start off with a short video just kind of opening up about something that happened to me last week. So I met somebody new out here in LA, invited me to a party. We went, and I got drugged. And it was a pretty intense, man. I want to say intense 12 hours. It could have been more, but definitely time seemed to blur. And as the night progressed into morning, the effects of that drug just kind of took a hold of me and just kept pushing me. Couldn't settle down, couldn't, come down. I had all this kind of chaotic energy. It induced a lot of anxiety. It induced a lot of word vomit. It was just a very chaotic time. The person who invited me eventually apologized because they felt so guilty, and in an attempt to redeem themselves, they ended up kind of chauffeuring me around for the rest of the day, trying to help me to come down and recover. And I definitely appreciated that. But I had a really, really long side eye on how I got into that position, especially with how much of a control freaky, cautious individual I am. And when it comes to substances, I'm very, very careful with, what I ingest and knowing how it affects me and things like that. But I was grateful and thankful that even though I was drugged, I still was able to make it home safely, that I was still able to meet some decent people who looked out for me and just made sure that I was okay. And that was very important to me. But the moral of the story for me and for you guys listening is, and sorry for this loud traffic coming up, but be careful what you wish for, because prior to that, I had been complaining about the mundaneness that I was experiencing, the stagnancy that I was going through, and just feeling like I needed some kind of shakeup in my life. And not necessarily a shakeup, but I was just in the need for a shift in my energy, a shift in my state of mind, my state of being. And I had felt that way for quite some time, honestly. It had been weeks of just feeling really stale, dealing with writer's block, dealing with trying to figure out next steps and how to kick off my production company, as well as managing and mitigating what I wanted to do future-wise when it came to my career, if I still wanted to explore the corporate America journey. And so all of that kind of accumulated into this chaotic, I want to say it was a day and a half maybe. It was rough. It was definitely an adventure. The more I reflect on it, I definitely have regrets. But again, in the moment, I was just kind of taken on this ride against my will. Initially, of course, I was totally consensual to the experience and the adventure of the night, but I was not expecting to be hijacked by a substance that completely just rocked my brain and took me to levels and heights that I was not ready for or wanting. But it's interesting that when you ask the universe and you tell the universe that you need something to kind of get you out of this mundane staleness, how a little bit of chaos can come and completely rock you. And that's exactly what happened. I asked, and I definitely received. And so now moving forward, of course, there are lessons learned. I'm somebody who always takes my situations and empowers myself to just come out more knowledgeable, smarter, stronger, more self-aware, more cautious, still seeking adventure always, but I'm gonna narrow down the kind of adventure that I am looking for. I'm gonna keep myself open and receptive to chaos, because chaos isn't always bad. I do believe that there are good chaos moments, there are bad chaos moments, there are little chaos moments, there are big chaotic moments. But all in all, it is important, I think, to be aware of what you ask for. And when you are asking the universe for something and the universe starts sending things your way, don't just readily and openly receive it without question. And even if you do question, which I did, make sure you have a full breadth of the answer. Don't just take a partial answer and ride with it, because that can still lead you into an unwanted, chaotic moment. But that's what I wanted to share. Again, I did make some lemons out of lemonade out of that situation, but it was a really, really tough experience that was a doozy. I'm wishing you guys all well. Hope you guys are experiencing a beautiful year so far. And I will be sharing more on my chaos theories